In this real-world scenario, we have that Marcus is buying 10 gift bags for his birthday party. He will choose items to put in the bags and then pay an additional charge of 75 cents for the actual bag. Marcus cannot spend more than $50. What is the most that Marcus can spend on the items for each bag? So what do we know? We know, first and foremost, that he's going to buy 10 gift bags. So he's buying 10 bags total. So 10 total bags. We also know, let's let that focus. We also know that each bag that he's buying, the bag itself is going to cost 75 cents. So that is 75 cents, so I'm going to say $0.75 per bag. We know that he's buying 10 bags, so for a total of $7.50 in bags, for all bags. What else do we know? We know that we're looking for how much money he can spend on the items inside of the bag. So that is going to be our X. What we're looking for in this case is how much he can spend, because we don't know how much that is. And when we don't know something, we call it X. Or we call it a variable of some sort. In this case, we're going to call it X. So that means that X is the cost of the items in the bag. And what else do we know? Is there any other information? Oh, big piece of information. Marcus can spend a maximum of $50. He does not have more than $50 to spend. Alright, so with that information in mind, we know that he's buying 10 bags, that altogether the bags will cost him $7.50, and that X is the cost of the items inside of the bag, and there will be a maximum cost of $50. So if he is buying 10 bags, and those bags are X, how much money he spends on the items in the bags is X, we can say that 7X, so, 10X, so 10 bags times the amount of money he spends on the items in the bag. So 10X plus the amount that he needs to spend on the bags themselves, so $7.50. And then a maximum of $50. So how do we say maximum? We can't say equals, because he could spend less than $50, right? But we do not want him to spend more than $50. So what I'm going to say is less than, because he needs to spend less than or equal to $50. Because it says he cannot spend more than $50. So we've got our equation. So let's talk about how we can solve for the answer. So the question is asking how much can he spend on each item in the bag. So we've got our equation, 10x plus $7.50 is less than or equal to $50. I want to get X by itself on one side of the inequality. So what I'm going to do first is get rid of my constant number, which is $7.50. If I do something on the left side of the equation, I need to do it on the right as well. So what I end up with is 10x is less than or equal to $42.50. Again, I'm going to try to isolate my x variable. I'm trying to get my variable when I'm solving an equation or an inequality. So I'm going to divide both sides by 10. Since 10 is being multiplied by x, I do the opposite of what is happening. I'm multiplying, so I need to divide. If I divide on one side, I need to divide on the other. Those two turn into 1, and 1 times x is just x. And that's less than or equal to $42.50 is equal to $42.50 divided by 10 is equal to $4.25. That means that Marcus cannot spend more than $4.25 on the items in each bag.